It's okay to murder my brothers and sisters. God will help us and God will forgive you. Give me a break. MLK Day needs to be renamed Nubian American Day if it continues at all. As long as we keep telling new generations of children that this guy is the ideal, the model, the standard for which you should strive, the longer we will be the global Charlie Brown race. There is no way in living or dying hell I would have ever followed such a weak, passive person claiming to be a leader in the 1960s. King's ideas are mainstream accepted and approved, aka Euro-American media approved, because he keeps Nubians how they want them to be, which is blacks. King's ideas keep Nubians from retaliating against our real enemies, which are Confederates, gangster cops, and radical Christian terrorists. If we start counterattacking by randomly murdering the wives, daughters, sons, and nephews of the terrorists that cause of harm, trust me, all this monkey ball crap that goes on in our country would stop almost instantaneously. That's not to egg on random murders or anything. The last thing Euro cops and radical Euro American terrorists want is us fighting back. They'd rather continue enjoying a laugh at our expense while we destroy our own neighborhoods after they kill yet another one of our brothers. Martin Luther King is simply bad for the psyches of Nubian American men and women. There's a reason why many Americans, black, white, or otherwise, see people like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson as annoying and useless. It's because they are MLK disciples, preachers posing as generals in a ground war.
This approach certainly doesn't make the white man feel comfortable. I think it does the other thing. It disturbs this conscience, and it disturbs this sense of contentment that he's had.
This does not work in 2009. I know one thing for sure. I would have been a staunch Malcolm X backer in the 1960s, as I would have gotten the human rights I'm entitled to by any means necessary. This is not to say MLK did nothing and is completely useless, but he certainly is no hero of mine and won't be to any children I potentially have. Change has only happened on this planet with war, not marching up and down streets. Martin Luther King is the most powerful weapon Euro terrorists have working for them. He keeps the collective weakling psyche in blacks alive and well. We're Americans. We are Nubian Americans. It's not the American way to allow these broomsticks to continually be inserted without Vaseline and without any sort of counterattack. That terrorists in the Bay Area transit thing should get the death penalty by any means necessary. The terrorist prosecutor who violated Mr. Michael Bell and 5 other young men's 13th and 14th Amendment rights should get the death penalty. The terrorist who murdered Sean Bell in New York City just a few hours before the young man was to be married should get the death penalty. But the MLK mentality says, ignore it. It's okay. Pray to God. Love the murderers. They'll love us eventually. Though I published this video Sunday night, January 18th, it's easy to predict the Euro-American media's handling of President Obama's inauguration and MLK's birthday. These two men have very little in common, besides being black, but this media will try and draw as many parallels as possible. President Obama is a strong leader who doesn't care what people think of him and his beliefs. He never threw Reverend Wright under the bus, even under all that Euro-American media pressure, is proud and open about his Kenyan roots, and yet is still a powerful American leader who appeals to all. The imprint Obama can leave on young black men, especially making them now believe they can do anything they want.
But the masses of black people in America today don't go for what Martin Luther King is putting down. As you said in one of your articles, it's psychologically insecure, or something of that sort. I forget how you put it. But you didn't endorse what Martin Luther King was doing yourself.
The imprint Obama can leave on young Nubian men, especially now making them believe they can do anything they want to do, besides play basketball, football, or rap, no matter what anybody tells them, is monumentally more powerful than the passive, weak approach of MLK. Just like Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson are now jealous of Obama for taking the Euro-American media spotlight away from them, MLK is no longer the black messiah he once was considered. 2009 is year 1 of the new Nubian American calendar. It'll be interesting to see in 2017, after Obama's 2 terms, what Nubian America will look like. Hopefully we're back to making real music, no more devaluing of education, and a new population of mathematicians, scientists, lawyers, and doctors will hopefully be born out of Nubian America. MLK may be a hero to many Euro-Americans and many Nubian Americans, but he is no hero of mine or anybody I know. MLK is the token Negro Euro-American media anointed to give this sense of inclusion for blacks and to keep blacks from ever playing offense in our war on terrorism in the United States and keep us solely playing defense. My heroes are Malcolm X, Alice Paul, and Nat Turner. You guys can have King and his passive acquiescent approach. Regardless, happy day off from work for everybody today, and long live the Stars and Stripes. Peace out.